Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to another PropChain AMA. And in today's AMA, we are going to chat about multiple topics. It's going to be an interesting one. We're going to showcase the platform. There will be a raffle for the waitlist participants in order to secure a spot in the private round. And we are going to introduce some more team members to you guys. And afterwards, I'm going to introduce the referral system that we have been working out for all of you. So first of all, can everybody hear me correctly? Am I fully hearable, seeable? Great. That's what we need. Guys, today, some house rules. If you have any questions, please make use of the Q&A box that is present in the Zoom function. If you are asking any questions through the chat, it will be hard for us to keep track of the questions and it will be difficult to answer them. So if you have any questions during this AMA, please make use of the Q&A box. At the end of this webinar, after the platform showcase, I will get back into the presentation and I will be doing the raffle. The raffle today, very important, is not being shared live on screen. The reason why we are not doing that is because of the fact that this is done on the email addresses and that we value the privacy of our participants in this round. Everybody that will secure a private spot, so everybody within those 100 people that are randomly raffled will be contacted by both email and SMS. So please bear with us. We will be announcing the list through email and we will be giving a heads up the moment that the emails have been sent out. There are people that are more than likely not in this webinar today and that are also participating in this raffle. So for them, it's the same story. When you watch back this recording, you will probably have an email already if this is selected by the random raffle. So please keep that in mind. Furthermore, questions will be answered at the end of the AMA. So during the AMA, I will not be answering any questions. Please keep it all prop related. We're here in a PropChain webinar, a PropChain AMA. So I would like to see questions related to PropChain only. So let's dive into it. What is on today's agenda, guys? Today on the agenda, I'm going to introduce a couple of new team members to you guys. Furthermore, and I guess this is the most exciting part of this AMA today, I'm going to showcase a bit of the PropChain's platform and the features that you could find on this platform. And bear with me, this is already a very, very quick delivery of the development team. A massive shout out to everybody in our team that has been participating in the creation of this beautiful, beautiful platform that we are now thoroughly testing and that we are currently designing and upping day by day. It's great to see that we have managed to come this far already, and I cannot wait to share more of this platform and the functionalities and also the next revision rounds with you guys over the course of the next few weeks up to the IDO. Furthermore, as I mentioned already, the waiting list and the raffle winners will be announced, or at least they will be emailed from this point of view. And I will introduce to you guys the referral program because we have been cooking up the initial layer of the marketing strategy and what we are planning to do there in order to motivate all of you to start communicating from within to the outside world about what PropChain is all about and what is happening in here. So let's dive into it. As you guys may have seen, there are multiple names popping up in the PropChain community chat every now and then, and we are very, very glad to announce another 8 new team members to the team. It's great to see how the initial internal layer of the team is growing. What we have been showcasing to you guys are the people that are working internally in PropChain. And next to that, we would like to also thank the external developers that are currently working on the PropChain project. In total, the team counts approximately 30 people right now that are doing everything to make this project succeed. And it's really great to see how fast this is expanding and how hard these guys are working. It's rare to see people pushing in the same amount of hours as we do. And that's really, really nice. So first of all, who do we meet here? Who are the new people that have been joining in here? First of all, this is Agapi, which is pretty much the right hand of me. And also my other co-founders, Alex and Zakaria. She is making sure that all of our planning and operations are being done in the most efficient way. And that's really great to have at the site. We need this. We have an absolute need for planning and structured days. And this is where Agapi is working on. Furthermore, we see Vince here. Vince is responsible for all the management on paid advertising. Vince has an extensive background in this space and has basically laid out the full framework and foundation in order to start our paid advertising campaigns over the course of the next few weeks. And it's looking absolutely stunning. Furthermore, we see Majid. You guys have been seeing him in the community more than likely. He is running around like crazy. He is pretty much always online, and he's making sure that the community remains a clean and nice place to talk about the PropChain project. And he's there to answer the majority of your questions in a rapid manner. Furthermore, we see Alvin, which is onboarded to the PropChain team in order to maintain optimal liquidity for the project the moment that the project is going live on the exchanges. He's going to make sure that we maintain the pools as well as possible. At the right side, you may see a familiar face already. It's Andrea. Andrea is going to be responsible for the product and the communications around the product from a token perspective. He's also going to be involved in reward programs, incentive programs, staking, and so forth. So everything around token integration in the product and the communications is where Andrea will be focusing on. And for the ones that are sharp, you may have seen him with us or with me in particular before. Furthermore, we see Kian here at the left, which is currently our content director. He is onboarded in order to facilitate us with content strategies. He's also making sure that the content team is recording, editing, and actually posting the content that we are shooting here in cooperation with Mila, which is currently being onboarded as the social director. Basically, she's going to make sure that all of our outlets from Instagram to LinkedIn, from Twitter to TikTok are going to be scheduled and all in line with each other. So our overall communications to the outside world are always in line, are always scheduled, and are always on time to deliver the message to every single person that has an interest for our project. And then at the right, and that name popped by many times as well before, is Ian, which did an amazing job over the last months to set the full infrastructure to track all the data points. Currently, we have over 237 data points, which we are tracking from people that are using or being on the website, registering on the website, joining our communities and socials and so forth, in order to tailor our campaigns, to tailor our offerings, to tailor basically everything to the interest of the people that show a base layer of interest for the PropChain project. So it's great to have. We have a massive rock solid foundation right now in the company, both from a team perspective as well as from an infrastructure perspective on data, marketing, product, and overall operations. So really, really happy to add them all to the team. Great. Over the course of the next few weeks, and especially in May, we will be starting to announce our initial layer of partners, our initial layer of advisors, And over these weeks, you will get to know more about the heavyweights that we are working with in the PropChain project. So all in due time, guys. I think the most exciting part of today is an actual platform showcase. And I think the platform showcase is something where I'm directly going to take you guys to. But just to give you a short intro here, what we are going to have a look at is the KYC and the onboarding flow, the purchase flow, the staking flow of the prop native token, the withdrawal flow, the P2p marketplace flow, the portfolio interfaces, the marketplace, the real estate marketplace in general, the wallet setup and the interface of the wallet, and the social tool. For this, we need to switch to a different screen. So first of all, to start off on the platform, we land on the create your account. This is where we always start, and we can basically create a test account here in order to get ourselves onboarded on the platform. After accepting the terms and conditions, we will be able to get ourselves an account. We need to verify our email address. We normally get the verification email. And then from there, we land on the PropChain dashboard. And what do we see on the PropChain dashboard? First of all, when you come to the platform the first time, you will see actually a widget where you need to complete your account. In order to be able to start using the platform, you will need to create a fully KYC account in order to be able to purchase. And this is what you are doing here. So in order to get your account set up, it's time to do the KYC verification. So you select your country, you select your phone number, and you can send the OTP code. You will receive an OTP code. You fill in the OTP code, and you will be able to throw in your name. And you can upload your documents here. So after uploading the documents, which you will do here through our verified KYC partner SumSub, you will have a verified account. When you have verified your account, the next step in order to get yourself up and running is to buy your first piece of real estate. And in order to do that, we should visit the marketplace. Before I do that, you see a little bit more here. Currently, you see that there are no properties in your portfolio, but you do see what is on the marketplace in a short vision here. So you see the live listing and you see the upcoming listings at your right-hand side. Furthermore, you see your investment tier, and this is a very interesting part of the PropChain platform, as well as the native token prop, where you will be seeing your staking value and your staking rewards. More about that in a bit, because it will come back in the purchase flow. So in order to get ourselves up to speed, we will need to go to the marketplace and we will need to buy ourselves into a property. First of all, you see the live listing. This will be always at the top in the first stage of the platform. We will not be doing multiple listing at once. We will mainly start with listing by listing. And from there, you will be able to see the next listings that are coming up. So you can already start preparing yourself in order to diversify into multiple properties rather than just one. So when we click on the view details page, we will get a more comprehensive view of what the property has to offer and what the property is all about. First of all, you see a timer, and the timer is basically showing how long this listing will remain active on the platform. Every listing that will be done on the platform will have an auction period, and that auction period is basically the time that it has in order to reach the soft cap. And if it reaches the soft cap, the token distribution to all of the people that pledged into the listing. So let's visit the page and see some more details. Please do not dive too deep in the information, etc., on what you guys see here, because we have made a very basic environment as we are mainly testing the flows right now. But this is to give you a very brief intro on what's happening here. So first of all, you see the property showcase. you can click a video, and all of the properties and developments that will be on the platform will be having a 3D tour. We are cooperating with Matterport, which is going to deliver us all of the 3D camera equipment in order to scan our developments and our properties worldwide, so you really get a touch and feel on the status of the property and how it's maintained, etc. We are always making sure that these 3D tours are up to date and running. Overall, you see the pictures. You can show the gallery, you can get into the 3D model, you can show some videos, and you can obviously see the map. And under that, you will be able to see the property details, and furthermore, also the highlights, the financials, and the documents. So this can be the offering documentation, this will be the token purchase agreement, general terms and conditions, and so forth. From there, at the right-hand side, you will be seeing two things. So first of all, you will see the total funding goal, in this case, $3 million, and you can see how far we are in that particular funding progress. Furthermore, you can see the earnings calculator, where you can fill, okay, I want to buy 10 tokens, so 10 participations in this particular property. And here you can see what that particular purchase will do over the next 5 years, or over the next 6 years, or over the next 12 years, or over the next 20 years. And you can basically see the API that you are making and the total capital that you are earning here. So this is something that is happening on the spot. Furthermore, you can see another interesting thing here, and this is your investment tier. And this is where the prop staking comes in. By purchasing more real estate on the platform and automatically staking a certain value of that particular real estate purchase value, you will be unlocking additional futures. And I will show you in the next 5 minutes what those additional futures be or are. But at this point in time, it will be mainly related to additional return in the native token prop the moment you keep on buying more real estate on the platform. Anyway, let's say we want to buy the tokens. So we say, okay, based on my earnings calculator, I want to buy 10 tokens. I click on the buy 10 tokens. Then obviously here it will be saying the amount of tokens. Right now, again, this is particular staging. So this is something that is not accurate yet, but let's say we want to buy 4 tokens. If we want to buy 4 tokens worth $600, we are obligated to stake 5% of this particular value in the native token prop. And this is basically going to bring you in the investment tiers later as well. Let me show you how that works. So let's say we purchase the tokens right here, then we should sign the token purchase agreement. This is all happening inside of the platform. The main thing that we have tried to follow throughout the PropChain platform is to be able to let the client, let the user be using all of the functionalities internally. We do not want our users to leave the platform in order to really maintain the attention right here. So let's say we have signed the agreement, we signed the purchase agreement, and now the interesting part comes. In the backend, we are working with escrow smart contracts. This basically means that during the offering period, which in this case is, for example, 60 days, people are pledging into that escrow smart contract. So USDC or USDT, but in this case, we are mainly working with USDC, will be pledged into the escrow smart contract. We, from our point of view, as the admins of the platform, will be pledging the security tokens, so the real estate tokens, in that same escrow smart contract. And the moment that the soft cap is hitting, the escrow smart contract automatically releases the USDC to us, or at least to the offering, and is releasing the security tokens back to the pledgers in the escrow smart contract. If in any case this is not happening, so the soft cap is not reached, the escrow smart contract will automatically distribute the USDC back into the wallets of the pledgers. So let's say we buy the tokens. We have now purchased 4 of the tokens. You can now see your portfolio. So in your portfolio, obviously don't look at the numbers right now, but there you will be able to track your real estate portfolio and your recent transactions. So here you can see the value of your portfolio. You can see the API that you are extracting from the real estate assets. You will see your dividends in cash, and you will see your total dividends received till date. And furthermore, you can already take the earnings calculator again, and you can start calculating for your future revenue, basically your future API, in order to get a more comfortable feeling of holding. So here you can again do it. Obviously, this is not interactive right now, but this basically calculates the future earnings over all of your holdings instead of one holding in particular. If you want to buy more, you can obviously buy more in the marketplace. So from here, we have more, because there is definitely more. We have a notification tab where you could see all of the notifications that are coming in. Again, here, created staging for you guys, but this will obviously be accurate based on the actual notifications that are coming in into your account. Furthermore, you can see your account details, staking, you can invite friends and make use of the referral system. There are multiple options there. What else is there? There's a wallet. This wallet is basically giving you all of the assets that you are holding. Next to the fact that you can hold the real estate tokens and you can hold USDC, you will be able to hold pretty much all of the cryptocurrencies through a regulated custody solution. So this means that this regulated custody solution is there to safeguard your assets. So you can basically hold everything here. If you're a strong Bitcoin believer, Ethereum believer, or Cardano believer, and you don't want to swap it into something stable like a real estate asset yet, then what you could do is just hold your cryptocurrency here. And at the moment that you think the market is going down or whatever, you simply swap it into real estate, for example. So instead of pushing yourself into un-asset-backed USDT staking, you can now, for example, put yourself exposed to real estate assets here. So from that point, you can also deposit and withdraw. And the beautiful function here is that we will have basically every single payment method around there. I see that I'm a bit laggy. I'm not sure where that's coming from. Can everybody hear me again? Before we spill too much tea? Okay, great. So the beautiful thing is that literally every single payment method is possible here. So if you are not a native crypto person and you want to make use of the platform, don't worry. You can use bank transfer, you can use credit cards, you can use Ideal. You will be able to use pretty much every single payment method that is out there in order to on-ramp and off-ramp your fiat currency into the stable coins that you will need in order to use that platform. I see there's a little bit of a connection error, but it looks like we are back online. Apologies for that, guys. Obviously something we cannot help. Furthermore, you can see your transaction history. So you will be able to see everything that's happening here, from purchasing tokens to receiving rent. Every single action will be held on the ledger that you can see right here. Then one of the more interesting parts is the P2p Marketplace. And the P2p Marketplace is basically a marketplace where users of the PropChain ecosystem can start trading with each other. So this means that in this particular part of the platform, you could be selling your security tokens, your real estate tokens, or you could be posting a request to purchase particular tokens. And here you see some examples of that. So what you can see here is that you will have, for example, the new vacation villa in Spain. So currently there are 8 people that are selling and there are 24 people that are looking to buy. So at this point in time, you could, for example, see the full list of sellers and buyers. So you see who wants to buy and you see who wants to sell at what price. So people can there interact with each other and sell and trade in those tokens in order to extract their liquidity back out of their investments again. So this is in short, guys, what is happening from a marketplace perspective. Then the final thing that I would like to show you guys is the staking mechanism. And the staking mechanism is going to be pretty amazing. This is a future that is going to have a massive, massive influence on the utility of the prop token, as there will be a constant demand for the native prop token, as it's mandatory to stake at least 5% of the value that you're purchasing in real estate in the native token. And you're not doing that without a reason. And again, we are going to have a specialized and focused session just on the staking model later, but I just want to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of what's going to happen there. So based on the property investment value, you will be able to reach a certain tier in the project. And you can have a couple of tiers here. So you can be basic, up to $1,000 invested. You can be moving, up to $5,000 invested, and so forth, up to the way where you are a property tycoon. And underneath it, you will be able to see what kind of additional futures you are getting from that particular investment value and from that particular investment tier that you are moving into. So you can see that we have additional APY that's paid out in the native token prop. So this means that you are adding additional return to your real estate investments. You can have reduced fees. You can have a PropChain debit card. Yes, yes, we're also launching a PropChain debit card in order for you to spend your well-earned rental income in your favorite restaurant, for example. So that's going to be a very nice addition as well. You can buy more real estate in order to get yourself into the new tier. And guys, even it will be possible in the highest tier to rent or to get your rental income on a daily basis. This means that you are literally be able to claim your income on a daily basis instead of monthly, or sometimes here in the UAE markets, even quarterly or bi-yearly. So this is a really, really nice addition. And this is going to be the backbone of the utility of the native token prop. Again, this is a sneak peek. More of this is coming later in an actual full in-depth walkthrough of the staking model, where Hisham, our econometrician, and probably also Andrea will be joining me in order to brief you guys on the advanced staking model within the PropChain platform. And from this point of view, I think that I've been spoiling enough of what we are building here for you guys and what's happening here. And if you have any questions, then you can drop them in the Q&A box within the next 10 minutes. I will be jumping on to the questions and I will be starting to answer all of that. But I hope you liked this part so far. I really hope that you get to know us a little bit better by this point, and that you get some feeling by what we are building here for you guys and by the simplicity of what we are trying to build for you guys. So let me jump back to the presentation here quickly so we can get you guys back up to speed here. Let's see. So that was the platform showcase. And there we go, the Raffle Winners. I just clicked the button already. I have 100 people here in front of me, or at least not people, but email addresses. And we'll be starting to send out the emails tomorrow morning. So please keep an eye on your email box and your spam folder. And if we cannot reach you, we will try to reach you by either Telegram or by your mobile number if it's filled in. So the final part, and this is a nice closure for all of you guys, is the referral program. Because what we are about to do with the famous Sweet Widget tool is something that is, in our opinion, also something that hasn't been done too many times before. Because what are we going to do? First of all, we would like to spill the tea that we have reserved a significant part of the private round for our community marketing program. And in the community marketing program, we will be creating a group of 500 people that will be joining us on the journey to extend our reach and to express our messages and visions to the outside world. 500 people that will be chosen can participate in the Sweep Widget program, where we are going to have a multitude of points to tick off. So this can be social media shares, this can be direct referrals into the community. There are many, many things that we are going to list on this program in order to create incentivized actions. The 500 people that are participating and scoring the highest in this ranking list will get a spot of 1,000 in the private round, and they will be joining our marketing team, not for just a one-time reward, but for ongoing rewards over the next years. How much that is going to be and what's going to happen from that point of view is something that Zachariah is going to share with you guys on a very, very short notice. You guys will be seeing this very soon, so keep an eye on the community in the upcoming week, because we are going to share this program with you guys, and there is a nice bit of opportunity to catch there. And this is also going to translate itself further into the public sale, because this will not be a random butted launchpaddy public sale. No, this will be fully community driven as well, and we will be giving back the opportunity to you guys instead of to some random butted launchpads. So that is the update, guys. This is the update for this week. If you have questions, drop them in the Q&A box now, because I'm going to dive right into it right now. By the way, before I forget, this week we will be having another nice delivery for you guys, because this week we will be sharing the quarterly report with an extensive video update of me briefing you on all of our accomplishments, data, and improvements that we have been able to make, and roadmap points that we have been able to tick off over Q1 2022. So this is a nice little addition for all of you, and it will be dropping this week. So into the Q&A box here, guys. I see a lot of questions here, so I'm pretty interested to see what's on. First of all, I see a question here. Is it possible to have a look at the properties on PropChain without being registered first, to have kind of a sneak preview of the platform? Yes, correct. You will be able to have a sneak peek through the offerings before creating the account. But before to be able to interact with the actual offerings, you will need to have a fully KYC'd account. Should private investors also register for the waiting list on the website? Actually, the waiting list and the raffle for the private sale is now done and closed. The wait list itself for the platform, in order to be able to test and make use of the platform as one of the first circles around it, is still open, and we definitely motivate you guys to get this done and to get yourself on there, because we will be spilling some more tea to all the people that are on the wait list. Platform looks great, thank you. And this is only the beginning. We are still doing so much work. UX UI team is running on full steam here. How are you going to structure the compliance side of this project? It's a good question. It's a very long answer, so I'm going to give you the short version, because I will be recording, or we are actually recording, a full steam podcast around the legal structure, the legal challenges that we have overcome with the platform and the PropChain project in general, and the future ahead on the roadmap that we are going to take from a legal point of view, as we have an MVP stage and we have a follow-up stage also with our end goal to have tokenization as a service, and to spill a little bit of the potential layer 1 blockchain named the PropChain in the eventual goal stage. More about that and more about the compliance side and the whole legal structure in a dedicated, not an AMA, but in a dedicated bunch of content that will be dropped to all of you over this month as well. Can users withdraw, cancel their investment while the auction is online? So actually, when they are pledging into the smart contract, they are basically pledging for the timed period that is shown to them. Currently, we're still running the maths if it's possible in order to withdraw at any given time. Also, from a regulatory point of view, we are still in a discussion to see if we need to allow a 7-day rate of refund or anything in that direction. So more about that later, but for now, right now, we have decided that it's just as long as the auction period is going, the investment should be locked in the escrow smart contract. Who is paying the people who manage the rental? What is the fee? So this is all based on the property management company that is also in the ecosystem of PropChain for now. Obviously, you can imagine that in an MVP stage, it's pretty much impossible to let people vote on these properties and so forth. So basically, it is economic rights that are being sold, and we make sure that the properties are staying compliant and staying properly maintained in order to be able to generate yield from these particular elements. Currently, I think the property management fee is depending on the site between 2.5% and 5%. But again, there we are still doing a lot of calculations and we're seeing a lot of models and setups in order to see what the best structure will be. Although the fact that for now we have a very clear vision on managing this internally up till the moment that the actual volume on the platform and the user base has grown to a certain extent that it makes sense to start looking at governance models and so forth. Let's see who is deciding the listing price. So the listing price is based on the valuation of the property, the realistic valuation, the market research, and so forth. We are currently building multiple systems in order to scan the market for values. We have a manual team checking the market values, and we obviously work with property valuation companies in every single region where we are listing. So we have third-party individual valuations in order to make sure that we are not overpriced the assets on the platform. What happens if the property goes down in value? What is the effect on your purchase? So the value of your security token will obviously go down as well. This is like regular real estate investing. Are the tier levels set, or can the amount to reach the level change? So we will reevaluate. We are currently determining if that frequency should be like 4 times a year or 2 times a year. But for now, this staking tier system is pretty fixed, especially because it's based on the real estate value and not on the amount of tokens staked. So this is something that is pretty stable in our opinion and doesn't need too much reevaluation. When will Prop be listed? So we are targeting end of June now. Obviously, we are looking also at the market conditions, and we are actually in touch with some interesting parties to list. So more about that later when things are concrete and we are actually allowed to communicate them, as we are in strict NDAs right now. I'm an early investor. How do these prop tokens relate to the staking model? So you can basically make use of those tokens to stake as well. More about the incentive programs and the staking pools, not only on the platform, but also the individual ones, will be dropped over this and the next month as well. Because before the listing, you will be able to make use of some pretty, I think, pretty renewing, pretty unique staking futures on or basically next to the actual platform and the staking model on the platform. Where does this recording go? It will be on YouTube. The property on the platform will be rented out to earn rents, but on which platform will the property be rented out? Also on the Prop platform. For now, no, but we will make sure that the properties that are listed on the platform will have the tenants in there. And in case of a development, obviously, that it has the buyers ready to purchase. But in this case, it can be the platform as well, obviously, when it comes to purchasing, when it comes to renting, we have our funnels to find the tenants. If you didn't want the raffle, is there another way to buy before launch? There will not be another way. The only way to get yourself in will be to participate in the marketing teams of Prop. Who is paying 10 manage the rental contracts? I don't think I understand this sentence fully, but who is paying then the manager rental? This is simply a reservation from the rental income. Will there be any PropChain events? Actually, we had one PropChain event already, the Future of Value, and there will be coming more. This is Zachariah, his department, and I think he has some exciting news to share with you guys very soon. Again, guys, you guys are very early. This is something that is I think an insanely early stage. We have been waiting on purpose to open up the community channel, because now we can really start throwing all of the delivery on you guys in one continuous flow. And I think that is a way nicer approach than letting you guys wait weeks and weeks and weeks for like concrete updates. So we have been waiting until the moment that everything is really kicking off and going big. And I think that moment came to actually unfold right here and right now. So this is, I think, a continuous flow of updates in the announcements channel over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and that also includes events. Does it mean the vacancy was filled? Not necessarily. We're still pushing out some emails. We had a boatload of applications. It's really insane. So bear with us if you didn't have an email back yet. Any update regarding the Islamic models? Yeah, we are currently on full steam working on that. We pretty much can get approval, or at least compliant solutions on basically everything. Only the staking model is something that we are still working on to get that compliant. What is the rationale to have the time limit for investing? It's not a time limit. It's more or less a maximum time span. It doesn't really make sense if we need to wait 3 or 4 months in order to get a property fully funded. Then it's either us not having enough users on the platform, or the property is simply not attractive enough return wise or whatsoever. So that means that it's better for us to either delist it, relist it, do additional marketing, or just take it off the platform and push it out. Do remember that in the MVP stage, all of the properties that are listed are owned by us and are already paid up for. This is not a fundraise in order to purchase a property. This is property that is yet owned by us. And obviously we are going to make the moves later to also start doing the funding process. But in the beginning stage, we keep as much control as possible in order to facilitate a smooth experience and a compliant and actually verified experience for you guys, in order to not expose you all to more risk. Yeah. So this is something where we will be starting with, and obviously from there we loosen up. Will you be able to withdraw your profit if you have invested up to 5,000? Obviously, you can withdraw profit, but we're always offering multiple interesting options to reinvest and make use of that particular income for compounding purposes. If the expected APY is 6.7% and you see the next project has 8%, for example, as you can see this on the platform, why would you invest in the one of 6.7%? I think it's a very simple answer: diversification. Do you want to bet on one horse, which can break its leg, after which you will not be able to win anything with it, or will you be able to start diversifying and betting on multiple horses, so you always at least come home with some return in the pockets? Can you buy real estate with Bitcoin, ADA, ETH, etc., or do you have to swap the prop first? No, actually the Bitcoin, etc., can be used to purchase, because there will be a direct exchange to a stable coin, after which the properties can be purchased. Who decides the token price on the marketplace? As explained, this is based on the valuation of the property. There we go. The soft cap isn't reached and the stable coins are sent back to its owners. Do you get the transaction fee reimbursed as well? There will be no transaction fee on the platform from a gas fee point of view. We will be covering all of the gas fees. We are working with a gas tank there, and the transaction fees that are being done on the property are obviously reimbursed. Who is evaluating the properties and keep these values up to date? So this is done by individual valuation companies, third parties, so not related to prop, which can also be contacted, as it will be audited results. And this happens once or twice a year. We are still determining what is relevant, but I think in this market, twice is fine. How does it work with wealth tax? If we invest in the properties, can we get the wealth tax benefits? So everything above 100K doesn't count. So for the Dutch investors will be falling on the box 3. Are the properties spread all over the world and construction is on the way in Tulum? Is there a time frame when this is ready? So the first properties in Tulum will be ready when the platform is ready. There will be a development opportunity coming in as well to get you guys used to the returns of investing or participating in a development project. And obviously, there will be multiple finished and tenanted properties all over the globe in order for you guys to diversify the portfolio from day one onwards. For how much dollar are you able to buy tokens in the private round if you are selected by the raffle? This is for $1,000. If you are getting opportunity to partner with any incubation project to raise funds, will you accept? Strategic partnerships, yes, we will accept strategic partnerships, but do note that the majority of our race is done, completed, dusted. So there's not much to give there other than advisory partnerships. So if you have strategic partnerships or whatsoever, you can always send me a message, but please make sure to make it grounded and to include your portfolio because we're very picky there. It seems that you have a lot of overhead costs like rental management and valuations, which is probably running above 5%. How come you expect to have API 6-7%? That means a total ROI of 11 to 12%, considering the market standard is way lower. Can you elaborate on that? We are not in, first of all, we are not in standard markets. As you guys have been able to see, we are focusing on really niche markets, not only on the locations, but also on the type of properties. Furthermore, we are doing mostly vacation rentals, which is also a much higher return. And furthermore, based on the value and the amount of valuations and the property management that we are doing on a very solid contract, we are definitely not exceeding the rates that we are communicating on the platform. The rates that we will be communicating on the platform are the rates that are pre-discussed and signed off. So this is something that is not really in your line of statement here. How can we know that we are in the first 1,000 participants? As I mentioned, through email, follow-ups on mobile. And here we go. What is that? What will the white label provide? I'm not sure if you mean white label, but if you have it about the white labels, it will provide the tax solution in a later stage in the tokenization as a service. Tokens that you bought in the private and seed round will not be purchased into real estate. Can you quickly re-explain the wallet part? Yeah, so the wallet on the platform is actually very simple. You could be holding your crypto assets there. And if you're holding your crypto assets on the platform, you can basically swap them at any time into real estate. So that's what's happening on that part. Furthermore, it has pretty much all of the fiat on and off ramps that you can think of. So you can move in and out from fiat to crypto and vice versa quickly, and also make use of the debit card in the later stage if you reach the tycoon status on the platform. How is the prop token used to purchase properties? So in the beginning, we will not be using the prop token to purchase property because you want to have a stable pricing. The moment that the actual volume on the exchanges and so forth is exceeding a certain threshold, then we are going to activate that function and you can just directly swapping into real estate assets. Is it possible that a property don't reach its API? The market is variable. We are giving you an estimation right here. And this is something that I think lines up with all of the regular real estate investments that you will be able to do. APY is always variable in case that, for example, in vacation rental, you have vacant properties or you have slow months, or in long-term rental, you have a tenant that is switching or whatsoever. This is the regular risk that you will be facing if investing in the regular real estate markets as well. How is the transition from fiat to crypto going? Through our partner that will be announced shortly. They will be making sure that this transition is possible. Will the coin be listed on multiple exchanges? Obviously, that's our full rollout. When merge, we are also creating that. That will be there very shortly, actually. It's all ordered right now. Where is the prop token used for? Please use our website and see all of the token utilities. Is it possible to take out a loan against my property assets? It's a very good question. We are working on a decentralized mortgage program where you will be able to take out USDT loans against your properties. So this basically means that if you have a real estate portfolio on prop, you could be taking out the USDC loan and leverage your buying power on the platform. And hopefully in a later stage, you would even be able to use that USDC outside of the platform. But for now, this is first of all a rollout that we need to do after we are live for a bit. And second of all, it will be used in the platform for the time being. Furthermore, I just saw some referral messages. The referral program inside of the platform will be based not only on generating new users of the platform, but also on a digitized real estate broker program where you could become an actual real estate agent for digitized real estate. We are currently still defining the regulatory, like the regulatory boundaries on that, because it's obviously a security sale. So we are working on it, but it can be a very nice program for you guys. If you do not have the money to invest or you do not want to invest, you can still make money from selling the real estate. So this is something that we are working on too. Let's see, can we also stake crypto coins? For now, no, but we are working on a pool that will be lined up with the demo. More about that soon. Will it be possible to link a ledger to your wallet account for extra security in your crypto in the future? Actually, that's unnecessary. The reason why is that we are working with a regulated custody solution, and currently we're also working on an insurance program. So I forgot the word. Will there be hotels on the platform or hotel rooms? Very good question. We actually have a very, very well-respected partnership, which we will also announce with an actual hotel. So we are in the testing phase there on what we can do and what we are legally allowed to do, because this is a bit different than having a property on the title deed, obviously. But stay tuned, because we are exploiting this case study with a very respected name that we will be announcing shortly. What's the expected API range? We are looking somewhere between 5 and 8% base return on the properties that we are listing on the platform. Can one person buy all the tokens? No, that's not possible. There's a cap. And next to that, there will be a function for like homeowners or whatsoever that are pushing properties through the pipeline to be whitelisted in order to hold a particular part of the token supply. So let's say somebody wants to sell 70%, for example, of its house, then it can be whitelisted for 30%. What will be the minimum value of the properties listed? Depends. We are not really looking at a minimum. We are more or less looking at the state of the property and the expectations. How does the real estate act in a recession? Does it hold value? Real estate is more or less the most stable asset, more than likely in a recession, but it will also lose value, or at least most of the times in the past recessions. And these were the answers, guys. These were the questions and these were the answers. I hope you guys liked this update session. I think we had a very, very good first quarter of 2022. I think the team did a massive job. I'm really, really happy with everybody that has been contributing to this, and also the insane support from all of you guys, totally organically. It's insane to see how much interest and how much support and organic sharing is going on right now. The growth is really nice to see. You can read all about it in the quarterly report this week. So I would like to say, keep an eye on the Telegram channels, keep an eye on everything that we are doing on our socials. Make sure to watch my Q1 quarterly update session to read through the report that we have been preparing for you guys. And we really look forward to deliver you more and more. May is the month of delivery, and we catch you there. Thanks for joining, and we speak soon. Have a great Sunday evening.